I love portable devices, especially portable devices that are powered by Linux. Yeah! And on today's show, I'm going to show you some of my favorite applications that I like to use on my Android phone. We're going to do that right now on Spatry's Cup of Linux. Alright, let's begin. I have my Android device opened up over here on the screen, and this is the Samsung Galaxy S2 that I recently purchased. They're still selling those phones, believe it or not. And as you can see here, I have just a simple desktop. One thing I never liked about some of the typical Android tablets and devices is all the multiple screens. I just wanted to have a nice convenient place to have all of the most important elements available on one screen. My desktop that I'm using is the ADW Launcher, not the free version. I actually paid for this on Google Play. As a matter of fact, most of the applications you'll see I actually paid for, because as many of you know, when you're grabbing applications off of the Google Play Store, many of these are ad Nazis. I mean, loaded with advertising, and I really don't want to see advertising, taking up space on my device and that sort of thing. So this is the ADW Launcher here, and I'm using HD widgets, which gives me my clock, my weather, and that sort of thing. And then, of course, I like the ADW theme and that sort of thing. I also purchased a nice little theme with which to have quick access to my icons below. This next application you're going to see when I press the radiation link on my phone is Draweroid. I like this layout because it's highly customizable, and you can have different pages with which to store your applications. And then also it allows you to hide applications that you're not using regularly, or maybe even bloatware that you don't want to use, that sort of thing. So you can actually go in and show the hidden apps, or these are just applications that are very, very, very rarely used. I actually removed most bloatware off of my phone. No phone would be complete without this next item, and I'm talking about ROM Toolbox Pro. Excellent for all of you people who have rooted devices. This is your one-stop shop for doing all kinds of really cool things with your device. Personally, I'm not using any specific ROMs. I like the stock ROM that comes with Ice Cream Sandwich, but you can also manage your apps. It has a nice root browser, also has a terminal emulator, and a DNS changer. They had to remove the ad blocking preferences because Google Play, well, they don't want ad blocking. Imagine that. All right, and then you can also configure your applications, the SD. You have performance tweaks that you can also do on this thing, but only if you are running a kernel that supports it. Personally, I really don't need some of these features, but there are some features that I really like. The SD booster, for instance, down here at the bottom. This actually did a nice job of speeding up my memory card. And then, of course, you can also change your boot animations, your themes, and that sort of thing. There's just so many tweaks this does really well. So I highly recommend that you get this rather than shelling out money for different little apps that do one thing. Another nice feature about this in the app manager is that you can freeze bloatware that came installed on your phone. Personally, since I have a 16 gig chip installed on this device, I didn't feel the need to actually uninstall any of the bloatware. I just froze it so that it can't auto run, and that is in the application manager here, where you can do that. very comprehensive piece of software, and I'm glad that I found this. This next handy gem is SDMade Pro. And I'll tell you what, I love this application. Great for rooted devices again, but I think it will run on devices that are not rooted. It will go ahead and, especially, for instance, one thing I like to do is try out many different applications. And if I don't like them, I'll uninstall them. But the thing is, sometimes applications can leave things behind. And SDMade does a nice job of doing that. You can explore files that are on your system. You can search for files. There's an application control. This feature, the Corpse Finder, will find those directories where those leftover files are kept, and it will help you identify them and remove them. And then your system cleaner will go through all of your system files, and it'll help you clean those out. And then an application cleaner, such as cache, that sort of thing, anything that any cache from your applications that gets saved up and that robs your space, this will clean that out as well. Wonderful program, money well spent for the Pro version. This next application is one of my favorites. I'm a guitar player, and I'm always trying to experiment with new scales and that sort of thing. And this little gem allows me to do that. For instance, let's say I want to try out some new scales. You can define what key you want to play in. Let's say A. I always liked A. And maybe I want to learn how to play the harmonic minor. Well, this will allow me to do that. And it gives me the diagrams. I can even set this up if I want to display in a certain fingering position. And of course it will allow me to, sample it and hear what it sounds like. Sounds kind of creepy, doesn't it? It also is great for finding chords and that sort of thing. So any of you guitar enthusiasts out there, you got to get this application. It's money well spent. This application is awesome if you're running low on battery power. My phone's new. I really don't need much battery management, but the thing is, I like how this works because I'm finding that I have more battery power at the end of my workday, and so this allows me to shut down unneeded tasks, that sort of thing, to extend the battery life. And Juice Defender Ultimate, bar none, is the best application available on the Play Store that does this very thing. I have tried many music applications for Android, and Player Pro is by far the best. I really like this because it has a built-in equalizer, and I like the way it lays out all of your albums and artwork, that sort of thing, on your Android device. It's really, really, really cool. You can customize this interface. Actually, you get more choices for tabs up at the top, but you can customize which tabs you want to have on the top of this thing. It'll download lyrics for you if you want them, album art, and all kinds of stuff. Definitely a really cool app for all of you music lovers out there. And as you can tell, I have the best taste in music, hey? This next application is my web browser. This is XGo Pro, and I really love this application because this gives me the desktop experience on my mobile phone. It has full support for Flash, so I can pull up, just about any website if I want to, and view it as I would on a computer. Talk about cool. Check this out. I'm looking at, for instance, this is how my page would appear in a normal web browser, and wherever Flash is displayed, you just have this little arrow here. You click on it, and it will display full Flash and that sort of thing. I absolutely love this. It's an amazing app. I even replaced the Dolphin web browser. I was using that for a while, and this is just too good. It's the best that it gets, and it's well worth the price on the Play Market. This next application is great for those of you who are contributing to the Humble Bundles. This will allow you to download applications that you purchased from the Humble Bundle to your phone. It allows you to easily access your library and download any games that you have purchased. And I always donate a little bit more than the recommended amount that they have on the screen, because, you know, the developers out there really could use the support. They're bringing a lot of great games to Linux, and of course a lot of great games to your handheld devices as well. So I highly recommend getting this if you're a supporter of the Humble Bundles and you want an easy way to install these applications and games to your device. This next application is really handy. Telemarketers nowadays are targeting cell phones, and they're trying to sell you junk you don't need. Well, this application is called Call Guard. It's available on the Play Store, and this will allow you to block SMS messages and those annoying telemarketing calls. Wonderful application. It has lots of really cool features. Definitely worth your money to check this out. Last but not least, this little gem is available on the XDA developers website. This is for your rooted device as well. This program is called Directory Bind. This is great for those of you who have Android phones that already have an SD card partition inside the device. And let's say you plug in a 32 gig chip to extend the memory, but it doesn't let you install applications to that external drive. This program will let you do that. What it does is you tell the program where the original file is supposed to reside, and then you tell it where you want to store it on your external drive, and it will move all that data over to free up drive space on your device. And then all you simply do is you just tell it to bind those items, and then you can run those applications. If you don't have them binded, obviously the applications won't run. Awesome program. It enabled me to install a ton of apps on my phone, and I've got more memory than I know what to do with now, because I have all that extra space. Well, that's all I have for my favorite applications. If you have a favorite application that you like, let me know what it is. I'd love to have a look at it. I'm always looking for good applications to play with on my Android device. We'll see you all next time.